Jeep owners, whether you are shopping for a used Wrangler right now or already driving one and wondering whether to keep it or trade it, this video is going to give you the most important information you need to make that decision correctly. The Jeep Wrangler is unlike any other vehicle in the automotive market. It has a loyal ownership community that other brands spend millions trying to replicate and never quite achieve. It has resale value that defies the normal depreciation curve of nearly every other vehicle ever produced. And it has a reliability picture that is more nuanced than either its harshest critics or its most devoted fans typically acknowledge. Not every Wrangler year is equal. The difference between the best year to buy and the worst is measured in expensive repair histories, documented death wobble complaints, electrical system failures that drain bank accounts, and the specific production improvements that Jeep made when they finally got things right. Today we are covering 6 years, the ones that represent the best combination of reliability, value, capability, and long-term ownership satisfaction available on the used market in 2026. And we will tell you honestly which years to skip entirely. Let's get into it. The years to avoid. First, the 2007 and 2008 Wrangler JK are the most complaint-dense years in the modern Wrangler's history. Early JKs had engine problems, water leaks, weak transmissions, and TIPM electrical module failures that controlled windows, wipers, and the starter, generating significant recalls and leaving owners stranded repeatedly. Avoid both without hesitation. The 2010 JK carries documented frame rust and suspension issues above surrounding years. The 2013 had elevated transmission failure complaints. Early 2012 models had cylinder head issues with the then new Pentastarv 6 that were corrected mid-production, meaning the build date matters significantly on any 2012 you consider. The 2024 JL deserves caution. The redesigned Uconnect infotainment system generated significant early complaints from experienced Wrangler owners. One multi-generation Wrangler owner stated directly that they had more issues and downtime with their 2024 than all their previous vehicles combined going back to 1977, including 4 JK Wranglers from 2012 through 2018. The Wrangler 4xe, across most production years, carries the highest risk profile of any current Wrangler configuration. Stellantis recalled more than 320,000 plug-in hybrid Jeep vehicles, including 2020 through 2025 4xe models, due to a battery defect with fire risk. The 4xe added high-voltage battery complexity to a platform that already struggled with basic electrical reliability. If you want a Wrangler that stays out of the shop, the 4xe remains a higher risk bet. Now the year's worth buying. Year number 1, 2015 through 2017 JK. These are the late generation JK models that most experienced Wrangler buyers point to as the sweet spot of the entire JK generation. By 2015, the JK had been in production for 8 years. Every known issue had been identified and addressed. The 3.6-liter Pentastarv 6 had 2 full production years of refinement behind it from its 2012 introduction. And the result is a Wrangler that combines the JK's proven body on frame ruggedness and deep aftermarket ecosystem with a reliability profile significantly cleaner than anything the generation produced in its first 5 years. The best Jeep Wrangler years for reliability consistently include 2015, 2016, and 2017. with the cleanest used buys often coming from these late JK models. The 2015 was often rated one of the most reliable years in the JK's entire run. The JK years with the 3.6 without any mild hybrid electrical complications are specifically preferred by experienced Wrangler owners who value simplicity and field repairability. Look for a stock Wrangler whenever possible. Lift kits, oversized tires, cheap suspension parts, and off-road abuse hurt reliability more than the model year itself. A stock 2015 through 2017 JK with documented maintenance history and no significant modifications is one of the most dependable used four-wheel drive vehicles available at any price point right now. Year number 2, 2019 JL. The 2019 Wrangler. JL is the year most JL generation experts point to as the safest entry into the fourth-generation platform, for exactly the reason you would expect from anyone who has followed Wrangler production history closely. The 2018 JL was the first year of the completely redesigned fourth generation, and carried the production risks that first years always carry: documented welding quality complaints on some frame brackets, early clutch issues on manual transmission configurations, and some early electrical behavior that later production corrected. The 2019 resolved those first-year concerns and brought optional adaptive cruise control, a meaningful technology addition for a vehicle more owners than ever were using as a daily driver. The 2019 through 2023 V6 models represent the current JL reliability sweet spot. First-year issues resolved, powertrain proven, parts accessible, and mechanics who know the platform thoroughly. The 2019 is the entry point of that sweet spot. A well-maintained stock. 2019 JL with the 3.6-liter V6 and the 8-speed automatic is one of the most capable and most dependable Wrangler configurations ever produced. This is the year for the buyer who wants everything the JL offers, without paying for the uncertainty that came with being first. Year number 3, 2020, JL. The 2020 Wrangler. JL solidified everything the 2019 established and added the 3.0-liter turbocharged EcoDiesel V6, the most significant new powertrain option in modern Wrangler history at that point. Owners praised the 2020 for its comfortable ride and advanced technology. For reliability, the safest choice remains the gasoline 3.6-liter V6 with documented maintenance records, and the 2020 V6 with the 8-speed automatic is the configuration the experienced Wrangler community consistently identifies as the most dependable. Second-year JL production meant the early concerns from 2018 had been addressed, and the platform was operating with the benefit of 2 full years of real-world refinement. The EcoDiesel option specifically is worth noting for buyers who prioritize range and real-world fuel economy. The diesel's torque characteristics suit the Wrangler's use case well, and the fuel economy improvement over the gasoline V6 is meaningful for owners who cover significant highway mileage. The experienced Wrangler community still leans toward the gasoline V6 for pure long-term dependability, but the 2020 EcoDiesel is a specific and compelling option for the right buyer. If you own a 2020 Wrangler JL, this is a year worth holding. Year number 4, 2000 to 21 JL. The 2021 Wrangler JL added the most dramatic single powertrain option in the modern Wrangler's history, and simultaneously represents the peak of the naturally aspirated V6 JL's production refinement before the 4xe arrived in force. 2021 saw Jeep introduce the Rubicon 392, a Hemi V8-powered Wrangler producing 470 horsepower. For buyers who want the V8 experience without plug-in hybrid complexity, The 2021 Rubicon 392 is a specific and extraordinary vehicle that is only going to become rarer and more sought after as production of that configuration ended. The 2021 also introduced the Extreme Recon package, 35-inch all-terrain tires and a factory suspension lift as a factory option. This matters for buyers who want a genuinely trail-capable Wrangler without voiding warranties or dealing with the alignment complications aftermarket lift kits frequently create. 2021 is the final model year before the 4xe became a dominant part of the JL's production identity, meaning gasoline-only 3.6 configurations are abundantly available from this year in the used market. The last clean year before plug-in hybrid complexity took over the JL's production story. Year number 5, 2022, JL. The 2022 Wrangler JL earned a J.D. Power quality rating of 86 out of 100, a meaningful 8-point jump over the best score the JK generation ever achieved. For a vehicle that sits near the bottom of its class in RepairPal's overall reliability ranking, a jump of that magnitude on an independent quality measure represents genuine and significant improvement. By 2022, the JL had been in production for 4 years. The steering box that affected pre-2021 Wranglers with specific handling complaints had been updated. The core JL platform, its suspension, its powertrains, its Uconnect system prior to the 2024 redesign was operating at its most refined state in the generation's production history. A well-maintained stock. 2022 JL with the 3.6 V6 is the Wrangler for the buyer who wants modern JL capability at a production maturity level the earlier JL years were still working toward. If you own a 2022, the 86 out of 100 quality rating is a significant argument for keeping what you have. Year number 6, 2023, JL, last one, and the year that combines the most complete version of the pre-refreshed JL technology suite with the same 86 out of 100 J.D. Power quality rating the 2022 established. The 2019 through 2023 V6 models represent the current JL reliability sweet spot, and the 2023 sits at the top of that range. It has the most production-refined expression of the original JL systems before the 2024 mid-cycle refresh introduced the new Uconnect that generated so many early complaints. It has the full pre-refresh technology suite, Sky One Touch Power Top, Extreme Recon package, the complete driver assistance suite, and it has enough production history to have a thoroughly documented reliability track record. The 2023 is also the last year of EcoDiesel availability before Jeep discontinued that option, making any 2023 EcoDiesel a specific and increasingly rare used market find. If you own a 2023 Wrangler JL, this is a keeper. The combination of production maturity, documented reliability, and the upcoming contrast with the 2024 Uconnect complaints makes the 2023 one of the strongest cases for holding in the current Wrangler used market. Before you buy any used Wrangler, 4 things, every time. No exceptions. Inspect underneath for frame rust, especially on any Wrangler from a salt belt state. Get it on a lift and look at every frame rail. Frame rust on a Wrangler is a structural concern and an expensive one. Check for off-road abuse specifically, not use abuse. Bent skid plates, damaged undercarriage components, stressed suspension mounting points, and unusual wear patterns tell you everything you need to know about how the previous owner treated the vehicle. Check the VIN against safercar.gov for outstanding recalls. Every recall is addressed free at any Jeep dealership. Verify they have all been completed before any money changes hands. Test for death. wobble on a rough road at highway speed. It is unmistakable when present, violent steering wheel shake that first-time victims mistake for a lost wheel. The root cause is almost always worn front-end components. A Wrangler with death wobble needs suspension work, and that work needs to be reflected in the purchase price. 6 years, 2015 through 2017, JK for proven simplicity at the generation's most reliable point. 2019 for the safest JL entry, past first-year risks. 2020 for second-year JL refinement and the eco-diesel option. 2021 for the peak naturally aspirated JL before hybrid complexity arrived. 2022 for the 86 out of 100 quality rating at the platform's most mature state. And 2023 for the most complete pre-refresh JL with a fully documented reliability track record. Wranglers hold value at a rate that makes the trading argument weaker than it looks on paper almost every time. Know your year's position on this list. And if you are on it, think carefully before you sell. Save this video before you shop or before any trade and decision. Share it with every Wrangler owner you know. Drop a comment below telling us what year Wrangler you drive and how many miles you have on it. Subscribe for more Jeep buying guides, reliability data, and everything you need to make the right call on any Jeep vehicle. New video every week. We will see you in the next one.